We need to give birth to so many Ibrahim Traore here in the continent, so that even when you attack one person, you still have other millions and millions of Africa believing the same thing. Their mind have been decolonized. They think the same thing. They want the same thing. So if our agenda right now is one passport, all Africans, we should scream out. We should scream out and shout out very loud that we want one passport, one passport. If our agenda is free visa in all of our African countries, we should all shout the same thing. One free visa, one free visa, one free visa. If our agenda is to have young leader in the government, we should all scream out that one young leaders, one young leaders, one young leaders. If our desire is to remove all these useless borders that we have separating us from our people, we should scream out borderless Africa, borderless Africa, borderless Africa. This is what we have to do. If our agenda is to have one army in the continent, one currency, we should all together scream that we want one army, one currency, one people. We are one people, regardless of our tribes, regardless of our religion, regardless of our backgrounds, regardless of where we are at. We're one people, and Africa is one. That should be our agenda.
This is the journey to one Africa.
All right, guys, invite everybody you know and let them gather here. Please gather here, because what is happening in Burkina Faso, it is crazy, guys. We have seen these events happening over and over and over again, and now there's no difference. There has been an attack on military base in Burkina Faso. Guys, this is not an attack on civilians. This is an attack on military base. Just think about it. Think about it. In Burkina Faso, kills about 50 soldiers, residents say. If you want to weaponize the country, you have to hit where the power comes from, and that is military. 50 soldiers has been killed. An armed group suspected to be Jnim attacked a military base in Dago, Bolsa province, northern Burkina Faso, killing about 100 soldiers, community leader and resident says. Deteriorating security conditions prompt successive coups since September 2022, with armed group controlling most of Burkina Faso outside the capital. Sources told the AP that about 100 militants stormed the base, with attackers burning and looting afterward. The military government has not issued any statement, and Ibrahim Traore remains silent despite the attack, with sources says killed about 50 soldiers. Since the 2022 coup, the military rulers have postponed elections, and the attack follows the junta dissolution of the Independent National Electoral Commission earlier this month. Anyway, these guys, you have to know that these are news written by Western media, so they try to do everything to force as if like this has happened because, you know, they have dissolved the Electoral Commission area this month. But that's not the case. The point is, there have been an attack in military base in Burkina Faso. Guys, I don't even know what to say. I mean, since Ibrahim Traore came, I know all of Africans will love him. We want him right now. He came with an agenda of one Africa, basically the agenda that we've always been standing with: one passport, one army, one government, one SIM code. Literally one passport and one people. He's literally saying things that we've always been talking about even before Ibrahim Traore came here. You know what I'm saying? And I think it is a threat. It is a threat to the West. He has always been a threat of how he's been moving. I was looking at the list of what he has done for the past 2 years. It's crazy what he's achieved in the past 2 years. Some leaders have been in the government for over 25 years and they've not achieved anything close to what Ibrahim Traore achieved in 2 years. So it's not about staying longer in power. It's about the vision you have for the country and the will, the political will that you have to actually bring about change in the country. We have seen hundreds, actually we have seen tens and tens of different attacks on Ibrahim Traore wanting to kill him. So right now, it is even a normal thing in Burkina Faso, somebody trying to take Ibrahim Traore out. But now they are allocating their resources to soldiers. So 50 soldiers have been killed already, and nobody, and there's nothing I mean, you guys have seen, I've already read the news, but there's this GNIM attacked a military base, suspected to be GNIM. Let's see, what is this GNIM? Because I have no idea what is this I don't see anything that will help me to actually understand what is GM. So guys, let me just say this. Whoever knows what is GM is, please let me know in the comment section. Guys, this attack, it actually happened 8 hours ago and updated 3 hours ago. This is something that is new. It has happened. So perhaps you didn't see anywhere, but it has happened. And these more than 50 soldiers have been killed. Guys, I don't know who is associating himself with this, but the simple thing that I can say right now to all Africans who are watching me right now, guys, the time to unite is now. Because our leaders that are standing to fight for the unity of the continent, these are the leaders who have been attacked every single day. If we cannot wake up, if we cannot stand with our people, if we cannot raise our voice and have hundreds and hundreds of thousands Ibrahim Traore speaking the same thing, meditating the same thing, and actually demanding the same thing to happen to our continent, we're going to lose Ibrahim Traore. The worst thing we will do in this situation is for us remaining the same and say nothing and not adapt the spirit of these men and just remain like that. No. We need to produce. We need to give birth to so many Ibrahim Traore here in the continent, so that even when you attack one person, you still have other millions and millions of Africa believing the same thing. Their mind have been decolonized. They think the same thing. They want the same thing. So if our agenda right now is one passport, all Africans, we should scream out. We should scream out and shout out very loud that we want one passport, one passport. If our agenda is free visa in all of our African countries, we should all shout the same thing: one free visa, one free visa, one free visa. If our agenda is to have younger leader in the government, we should all scream out that we want young leaders, one young leaders, one young leaders. If our desire is to remove all these useless borders that we have are separating us from our people, we should scream out borderless Africa, borderless Africa, borderless Africa. This is what we have to do. If our agenda is to have one army in the continent, one currency, we should all together scream that we want one army, we want one currency, we want one people. We are one people, regardless of our tribes, regardless of our religion, regardless of our backgrounds, regardless of where we are at. We're one people, and Africa is one. That should be our agenda. The other day, 2 days ago, you have church being attacked and killed by the Islamic group associated with ISIS. Killed more than 40 different people, including children, just because they're worshiping at 1 a.m. in the night. We're in a very critical situation. That happened 3 days ago in Congo. Today, just 8 hours ago, something is happening in Burkina Faso. Breaking news: 50 soldiers have been killed. Military bases have been attacked. Who has the decency to attack our soldiers and our people just like that, and we don't do nothing? This is the time to raise our voice as one people African, to want exactly the same thing and to have the similar voice. We can no longer stay the way we are. We can no longer entertain these things that are happening. We need to shout. We need to raise our voices. We need to scream the one word, that we want one Africa. And please, hands off all this terroristic group, hands off our people. But we cannot win if we're not going to stand together. Because one country can be dismantled. But if all the countries in Africa stand together and stand with these countries, I'm telling you, they won't be able to do nothing to anybody. Division is weakness and unity is power. The time is now, guys. Please, we're praying for Ibrahim Traore, and I'm calling upon all Africans, outside and inside as well. The time is now. The solution for Africa's problem is one Africa, is one passport, is one currency. That's why we started with one passport. One passport right now. That is the thing that we need to have. Because once we have that, nobody can separate us. Otherwise, Ibrahim Traore will come and will go. Another leader will come and will go. But the unity of the continent is the only thing that will hold us together. Hold us together. It's my call to African Union. What? Sometimes I even feel it's useless to talk to them because they don't listen. But you guys, I don't know. Do you see what is happening in the continent? Am I living in the same continent that you guys are living in? Why you don't do nothing? Do you see, guys, what is happening actually in the continent? Something is happening and we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything to serve this continent. I know I'm not the only one who cares for this continent. There's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of Africans who love this continent and want to see the best. But why don't you guys see it? Why don't you guys implement all these visions you have as soon as possible for the betterment of our continent? Why do you delay? Anyways, guys, my condolences to all the soldiers that have fallen. And we need to protect Ibrahim Traoré at all cost. And we need to protect the agenda of One Africa at all cost. And we need to work day and night to bring that to existence. Guys, let me know in the comment section. Let me know.